If you've seen any of my everyday carry videos or EDC videos, and you know that I pretty much travel light, you also know that this flashlight, the Olight i1R EOS, however you want to say that, has been my everyday carry flashlight for about over 2 years now. And you can see this thing has been used. It's a single AAA battery flashlight, and it's like 120, 130 lumens. Really nice little light. I like it a lot. I've used this again every day. I was in my last everyday carry video. Well, in this video, I've kind of replaced this with a even smaller flashlight, and that's the I almost dropped it. That's the i1R EOS, which is, just to compare, you can see this is the old one, this is the new one. We're going to be taking a closer look at this one coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name is Brian. Thanks for joining me, and the dogs next door. They appreciate the attention also, I'm sure. So as I said in the little teaser intro kind of thing there, this is the everyday carry light that I've been carrying for at least 2 years now. You can see it's pretty much beat all to pieces. Uses a single AAA battery. It's Olight i1R EOS. With folks at Olight were kind enough to send me one of their i1R EOS flashlights, which as you can see is, well, here, just put them nose to nose, so to speak. You can see the difference in size. This one's 1.5 inches by about just over 1/2 inch in diameter. So 130 lumens, well actually 2 levels, 5 lumens and 130 lumens. TIR lens, which gives you a really good light spread. Just IPX8 waterproof. It's just a nice little light, very, very bright to be this small. And I use this thing literally every single day. So since this is a very small light, I'm going to try to make this a small video, and let me tell you about this thing and we'll wrap it up. The specs on this thing, it is 1.6 inches long. For those of you who are, well, you know who you are, it is 41 millimeters. It's 0.55 inches in diameter, just over 1/2 inch, or that is actually 14 millimeters, and it weighs just 0.42 ounces, like less than 1/2 ounce, which is, got my list down here, so what I'm looking at, 12 grams. So there's that, and this thing is 130 lumens max. It has 2 levels, 5 lumens and 130 lumens. The 5 lumens level is good for 7 hours, and 130 lumens is good for 21 minutes total, or 20 minutes total burn time. I found actually when I use it, you use it a minute or 2 at a time. It uses, I don't know, I've had to charge this now. I've had it in my pocket now every day for like almost probably 3 weeks. Took a summer camp with me, used it at work. I've used it daily, and I've only had to charge it like twice. So, and I generally use the bright version. I got mosquitoes. If I got one of those things on my head, let me know. What's cool about this is it's IPX8 waterproof. It's drop resistant. But the way it works is you just basically, let me turn it off. So if you just turn the back of it, like you twist it like that, it comes on to low, which is going to be the 5 lumens, and if you keep twisting it, it just gets brighter, and it comes to 130 lumens. So no double twist or anything. Basically, it cycles through low into high. So really easy to use, and it's got a pretty good bit of range, so you don't have to be super sensitive with it. Once it turns on to low, then you can turn it, let's see, probably at least another, gosh, almost over 90 degrees before it comes on to high. So, you know, it's not very finicky is what I'm trying to say. It has a little keychain loop on the end of it if you want to use that. I don't put it on a keychain. I just stick it in my pocket. Very, very small. Now, since it is so small, you might wonder what kind of battery this thing uses, some kind of watch batteries or something. Actually, it is rechargeable. So it comes with a little micro USB cable, and basically to recharge it, you just unscrew the end of it, and right there on it is the micro USB port. When you plug it in, I'm out here in the outdoor studio right now, so we don't have any power, but when you plug it in, it's got a little light that comes on there underneath this little white part that's red while it's charging. Once it gets charged, it is either green or blue, I don't remember, but you can tell the difference for sure. And then you screw it back on. It's got a nice little O-ring right, focus grasshopper. Got a nice little O-ring right there, and there you go. It's just a really, really handy little light. Again, it has replaced my standard one, which uses a AAA battery. But I'll say that really that's the only potential, I guess, I won't call it a drawback, but it's something to be aware of. Is two things about this. First of all, you can't just replace it with a AAA battery. So that, you know, there's a little bit of a trade-off there for me anyway. I like the fact that this one, AAA batteries are very, very common, easy to find, and you can always just replace the battery if this thing goes dead when you need it. This one goes dead when you need it, you got to charge it. But what I do is, most of us have a charger in our vehicle anyway, and this thing's very lightweight. I got one that's got 2 USB ports in it. I plug my phone into one, I just plug this into the other, and just leave this thing hanging on it, and it just hangs there off the dash like, you just put it in here, right? Which way do I turn it? Like this, okay. It just hangs off like that, and you know, which I'll say is the only other potential thing you have to think about when you're deciding to buy this. This lens cap here, which by the way, I didn't say this, but it's got the TIR lens, which has got the little bubble in it, which gives you a really, really good light pattern, in my opinion. It's just kind of, you got to make sure you don't lose it. So you have to take it completely off to charge it, and then you got to keep up with this. I think that is a potential room for improvement for this little light, that they could do something to, I don't know, I guess that maybe they could fix it where you could charge it without taking it all the way off, or I don't have the solutions to that. I mean, it's keeping it really, really small. So I think that's one of the potential trade-offs that you have to decide to make if you want to go with a really, really small compact light. But again, 130 lumens in, gosh, I mean, this thing is tiny, tiny, tiny. As I said, it's 1.5 inches by 1/2 inch long, rechargeable, and it seems to last a long time. So, because here we are, obviously at night, taking a quick look at the i1R EOS rechargeable keychain light, the very tiny one here. And then I've got it on there's the 5 lumens level, and just kind of looking at the show notes here, probably about 18 inches from the light, with a little light here. You can barely see it in my hand, obviously. And so there's that. And if you try to shine it down, you can see there's a little, I think that's a hosta. I'm not a big horticulturist, but you can barely see it. If I get a little closer to it, again, with just the 5 lumens. But if you just twist it a little bit further off, it goes up to 130 lumens. You can see really good there. As we go out into the distance to the old outdoor studio out there, you can see it pretty well from such a little light. It just really does kind of light up a pretty good spot of the backyard. You can kind of see as I go out. Obviously, you can see the white of the submersion evaluation assembly back there. And there she goes. I think I'll walk out back to that and just kind of let you see it from the other side to see how bright it looks from a distance. There's the Olight i1R EOS, which is right now my new EDC flashlight, because I just like small flashlights in my pocket. If I need a brighter light, or I think I might need a brighter light, I'll carry another one with me, but this is in my pocket all the time, because I don't know if it's an age thing or what, but I'm at the point in my life where it really helps me to have a light in my pocket, because if things are dim, I just don't seem to see as well. I spend a lot of time on construction sites where I need to be able to see in the dim places anyway. So there you go. Once again, thanks to the folks at Olight for sending me this so I could show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Please like, share, and subscribe to this video. I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident. So be prepared. I'll see you next time.